Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really got a mic. I'm a pro song. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something 'cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears.
The penultimate round of the 2025 NPL Queensland regular season is upon us, and we have our first set of simultaneous fixtures coming your way on FQTV. A very good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's feature match coming to you from South Pine Sporting Complex in Brendale as Moreton City hosts Gold Coast Knights. James Coughlin here to bring you all the action, and let's be honest, where else would you rather be on a Friday night? Over the next 2 hours, we could have the Premiership or Top 4 decided based on results here and elsewhere, and the relegation battle could also be decided too. We'll be bringing you score updates from all 6 games tonight, so there's no need to flick around between the streams. We've got you covered from our commentary bunker. This is the match we will be focused on. Here are the other fixtures kicking off momentarily. Sunshine Coast Wanderers against Wolves, Raw St George Willawong, Penn Power, Brisbane City, East Gold Coast United and Olympic Lions. Meanwhile, for Moreton City, they can win the Premiership and Queensland spot in the Championship later this year, while also claim their first piece of silverware as an amalgamated club, and the first for Moreton City / Moreton Bay since that memorable 2015 Grand Final. The short version is they need a win and Lions need to drop points out at Goodwin Park. As for Knights, well, they're not going to roll over because they can lock up their top 4 spot with a win and an East's loss. We'll go through a very quick run through of the lineups as our referee Mackenzie Janes sets up the teams. They'll be swapping ends. Let's start with the home side, Moreton City, and it is an unchanged starting 11 from last week's win over Wolves. Goalkeeper Nathan Foster, 4 Jack McAnally, 5 Dylan Meineke, 6 Harry Arneson, 7 Damon Anderson, 10 Sata Murai, 13 James Murphy, 14 Kei Kojima, 15 Chris Marr, and 18 Kenshin Takagishi, and they are captained by Declan Smith. Meanwhile, for Gold Coast Knights, a few changes, which we will bring you after kickoff. But we have the goalkeeper, Carlos Saliadare, 5 Sam Layton, 6 the captain, Luke Kroll, 9 Marquez Walters. We've got 10 Max Brown, 11 Ty Kaneko, 12 Shelford Deus, 17 Yuto Kikuyo, 20 Liam Saber, 22 Max King, 23 Braden Inman. And we are underway. Could the Premiership be decided tonight? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. We've got 90 minutes to solve it. And Gold Coast Knights, they certainly won't want to roll over with their finals aspirations on the line. And for Knights, we've got 3 changes from coach David Abella. Marquez Walters and Braden Inman will replace Ty Cobb and Ramad Akbari in attack. And Liam Saber is the replacement in defence as Tyson Martin misses his first game for Knights since August 16 last year. So every game in almost a full calendar year, starting all bar 1 game in season 2025. A chance for Walters to come back and haunt his former club. Had he have been able to stay offside, or onside, I beg your pardon. So this is going to be an evening of multitasking here, but it's just the way we like it. As mentioned, there are 3 key factors to be potentially decided this evening, although not all 3 will be finalised, regardless of how the matches unfold. And let's start with, at the top, Moreton City. So if they win, and could be in doubt early, as Walter squares it to Brown, and some early nerves from Moreton City, and Brown, so reliable usually in these big games, sees his effort cannon off the post. Not entirely sure that was intended by Brown to tee up Walters, who returned the favour. And back it goes off the post. And in comes the corner. Foster punches it clear as it's blindly hooked back towards the Moreton City goal, and Foster is cleaned up by the combative Kikuyo, who lashes out. Plenty of feeling early on, and Chris Marr, naturally, is the first one on the scene to stand up for his keeper, and Kikuyo is rightfully going to get a talking to after clattering into Foster and following up. That was sending a message early on. And no further reprimand from Mr. Janes. And we have our first goal of the evening. It is scored by Wynnum Wolves up at Ballinger Park. So 3 minutes into that game, and we already have a goal. Right, well, how about that for a fast start? Still trying to set the table, as it were. McAnally on the ball. It's played long again. Walters looking for space in behind. Can he come back to haunt his former club? And Knights has started like a house on fire. A couple of chances both ways. Inman recovers in the corner, and it is at the concession of another corner as Arneson argues, and here is that chance again for Walters. And corner is claimed by Foster. And the goal scored up on the Sunshine Coast by Zach Maltby. It was a very important goal for Wolves, as that is blazed across the face of goal. Mentioned in the introduction, the title could be decided tonight, the premiership. Moreton City has to win this match and hope that Lions drop points at Goodwin Park. And for Olympic, they don't have a whole lot to play for, being eliminated from the top four and truly safe from relegation. But given the history between those two clubs, I'm sure Olympic would love to play spoiler. And as we know in not just football, but pretty much any sport, pettiness is a wonderful motivator for every club. And every match is now underway. Just the 1 goal to report thus far. Walters again proving to be a handful at the back, but City deal with it. Now with the tricky Kojima, the former Knights player, teeing up Mirai, who had straight offside. And they can hear the howls of disapproval from the City supporters who have made the trek from Walter Park to South Pine Sports Complex, which is looking a treat this evening. So that is the title race. Lions can lock in a top 2 finish with a couple of scenarios. The straightforward one is a win in their game against Olympic, or if they draw, plus Penn Power and Gold Coast Knights draw or lose their game, or if all 3 teams lose, Lions, Knights and Power, with Lions entering the weekend 4 points clear of Power and 5 points clear of Knights. You know, the feeling continues again with Anderson getting up and remonstrating with Brandon Mann as City look to play on. Cam Miller just perhaps urging his players to stay calm and focus on the task at hand. Smith gets out the pitching wedge over the top, looking for Takagishi. McAnally searching for a pass. Eventually it deflects into the path of Murai. Kojima battling for the ball with Leighton, who clears it away. Switch of play, and Murphy just taking his eyes off the ball. Putting the pressure on King, who plays it forward for Walters. In-man with the turn in midfield. Kojima. Alright, and quick exchange of play with Takagishi is cut out by Knights. Brown forward for Walters. And Walters is upended by Arneson. And I think Arneson might just be trying to make his case that that's not another yellow card. Harry Arneson, 5 yellow cards in 7 games for Moreton City. Free kick taken quickly out for Deus, who will curl it well beyond the goal of Nathan Foster. Curling effort deflected. Smith just decides high up into the night sky will do. Would you believe it? Wolves have scored again. They are up 2-0 over Sunshine Coast Wanderers. They are not messing around. They want to make sure that they secure their safety tonight. Ryomoto, the goal scorer. The relegation battle could be decided tonight potentially. So heading into tonight, Wolves are on 21 points with 2 games to play. The Raw 21 points with 3 games to play. They have their catch up against Brisbane City. And St George can still mathematically catch both of them on 17 points with 2 games to play, but would have worked out. The Raw and St George are playing one another. Kaneko back to the action here at South Pine Sporting Complex. Kaneko quite getting clean contact on that cross. So for Wolves tonight, their status in NPL 2026 is pretty much in their own hands. A win, and they will be unable to be caught by St George on the final day. If they draw and St George drop points against the Raw, or if St George just lose their match, Wolves are safe. And you would say that two goals to the good after such a productive start, you'll be feeling pretty good about their chances right now. The reason why I will bring up that game so much, that's the only one that's got goals so far. Carlos Saliadare making his 87th NPL Queensland appearance since moving north from New South Wales. Experian has been a consistent outlet for Knights as they try to play their way out from the back. Here's Anderson. Kojima inside for Anderson. Hits that one out wide, finding Murphy, who is 2, not his listed 13. Murphy, fast footwork, keeping possession for Moreton City was Anderson. Chris Marr. City working it on this near sideline. Beautiful ball out wide to find McAnally. He'll towards the back post, but nobody is there for Moreton City. We'll go out for a Knights throw in. Walters is crowded out. Marr has gone down as we may have a stoppage. As I think he might have been caught by a stray arm. And down he goes. Let's see. Keep an eye on Marr in the 15. And he got caught in that collision with. Here's Walters, former teammate. Now Walters is over there checking on him. And we have not a goal update from Goodwin Park, but we do have an injury update. Daniel Leck has gone off injured for Olympic. On comes Cameron Annis-Wade in his place. Zach Maltby has his second of the night. Wolves now 3 goals to the good over Wanderers, and forgive me for tempting the commentator's curse, but it does feel like Wolves might just have done enough to secure their status for next year. They won't be going down, barring an all-time collapse. Murphy fires it across, and this could be an issue for Moreton City going into The busiest month of the year as Kojima clouded into. There's Cole. Holds it away, but doesn't clear it. Anderson's shot is deflected behind for a corner. A bit of feeling in this game early on. Kroll's header right to the feet of Eamon Anderson, but his shot couldn't get by Liam Saba. Spent 2024 with Wolves, 14 games, 2 red cards. Safe to say that's qualifies as an eventful tenure. And cross is just tipped away by Saliadare. The veteran had to be strong with his hand on that one. A lot of traffic around the 3-time NPL New South Wales Goalkeeper of the Year. There's another corner inside the 6-yard box. It's the goal that Moreton City needed. And of course the captain, Declan Smith, buries a header from close range and is kicking off now. Deus is going after Murphy. And while most of the Moreton City players are celebrating in the corner, Murphy must have said something as Deus just grabbed his jersey and really lashed out. And there will be a decision for Mackenzie James here as he's got to try and settle things down. And so the celebrations were vociferous, but short-lived here as attention turned quickly to diffusing the scuffle as Deus and Murphy give a less than fully genuine shake of the hands. But as it stands with a very, very long way to go, here's a goal that puts Moreton City in Premier's elect position. A long, long way to go. Lions still scoreless at Olympic. And the first goal we've had in these simultaneous kickoffs tonight that wasn't at Ballinger Park. Nice touch is adjudged to have come off. Moreton City, much to the chagrin of Anderson and Moore. Beautiful ball through for Kojima, but that touch not quite clean, but it's there on the follow-up. A quick-fire double for Moreton City, and it's Seita Murai. And it's all good feelings for Moreton City as they go 2 goals up in the space of 120 seconds. And just look at the joy on Cameron Miller's side. And they know they are on their way potentially to sealing the premiership. Not long after I was about to start mentioning scoring Warriors for Moreton City, they've gone and scored a quick-fire double. That goal moves Seita Murai to 10 in NPL this season. And he goes level with Marquez Walters and his teammate Zach Kierpal, who has been out since the end of July after suffering an unfortunate ACL injury, and certainly hoping that Zach is back in action next season. He's been documenting his recovery on his own Instagram, and certainly an interesting journey to follow as the young striker get back into footballing shape over the next few months. But now Knights with a chance to strike back, and the cross just too tall for Walters. Has taken over the scoring responsibility since the departure. And here is Inman sizing one up from range and rattles off the crossbar. Knights now looking to get a foothold back in this game. They started so promisingly. Moreton City themselves back in it. Kojima, as he tries to roll one in. Salidare was happy to watch that one go by. Two teams going into weekend in third and fourth. We're hoping that tonight was the night they could lock up their final spot, but as it stands, it won't be so for Gold Coast Knights. They needed a win and an East loss. Well, Penn Power, they're in third, and while still technically a mathematical chance of the premiership, it's certainly a very optimistic proposition to say the least heading into tonight, and it's even more optimistic right now. But for them to lock up a top four spot, they need a win and Easts to draw or lose, or to draw their game and have Easts lose their clash. East, one of the sides with a catch-up game still to play. They'll have the third and hopefully final attempt at playing the clash with Sunshine Coast Wanderers, which 2 weeks ago was abandoned because Ben Holiday suffered that unfortunate leg injury, and another player that certainly offering plenty of support to in his rehabilitation. Holiday with plenty of friends at Moreton City after spending so much time with the club after moving on from the Raw Academy. Loose passes attempted to Kaneko, but he can't pinch it off Ma. The midway point of the first half, it's gone about as well as Moreton City could have hoped for. A premiership in NPL Queensland this season does not just come with the trophy for that, but it also does come with a spot in the upcoming Australian Championship. The strength, especially at the top of NPL Queensland, it's a competition that whoever was going to enter Be giving it a red hot go. Arneson holds it for the run of McAnally, crosses it to the back post. Too far ahead of Murray. Ma providing so much stability to that midfield, Chris Ma. He's no stranger to silverware at NPL level. McAnally, the touch just too heavy. The touch finding clearance as Smith nods it back to Foster. Optimistic shot there. We'll get credited as a save for Saliadare, but that one is never really going to cause too many problems. And East have taken the lead at Heath Park. 26 minutes gone in that game. Is Matt Rydenton converting that opportunity, and it will be welcome news. As Kikuyo gets another talking to as look at his signing video last month, and oh, how about that tackle from Leighton? No mercy. East's up 1-0. And keeping their finals hopes alive. Free kick in the way of Knights. Brown takes it quickly out to his left, and Cole battling with Murray. City coming out on top in that one, as we've got another injury stoppage at Goodwin Park. See Matt Acton on the ground for Lions. I'm not sure who the Olympic player is down. There was a collision in the box as Acton came out for a free kick. Down grabbing his right arm. McAnally with no other options really than just to play it over the sideline. Just over half an hour played, and his goals from Declan Smith and Seda Murai separating Moreton City and Gold Coast Knights here at South Pine Sports Complex in Brendale. James Coughlin bringing you all the action on a busy Friday night on FQTV as we enter the biggest month of the season. In this penultimate round of the NPL men's competition. All 6 matches are kicking off simultaneously tonight. Being abreast of not only the action here, but in the other 5 matches, all of which have some bearing on either the Premiership, finals picture, or the relegation battle. King slides it through, finding Inman, who'd stayed onside. Chance now, and Kaneko's shot is blocked away. Knights now looking to turn up the pressure late with the curled ball, and the header cannot be turned goalwards, and Brown has gone close twice, but with no luck. He really had his hands on his head, got into position to receive the cross. His teammate, it was a well-weighted cross as well. Just beyond the reach of McAnally. Goes, man, sizing up his options. Back it goes for Kikuyo. And that's allowed to run back to Saliadare, his 3rd club here in Queensland. Pass is pounced on by Kikuyo. To Brown. That's where Walters has made his run. No nonsense tackle from Meineke as he shrugs off Walters. The crowd love that. Kikuyo escaping the jersey pull. Diagonal back almost to the halfway. It's picked up by Saba. Oh, with that left foot. Asking a bit too much of Deus. Got a stoppage here. As that would explain it. One of the Moreton City players is down on the top of the D. Might be just getting some running repairs, and the route up at Ballinger Park continues. Jez Lofthouse scoring the 4th goal for Wolves. And while we have the break in play, just a reminder, we've got the Women's Kappa Pro Series final coming your way tomorrow, 5 p.m. kickoff. And after the original date, I'm not going to say a single thing about the weather forecast for tomorrow. Should be an excellent game between Caboolture and Olympic. And we are now back underway. throwing it Knights. Straight back through Deus. And Murray says, let's play it down Knights' end of the park. Wanderers are not having a great time at home. They've just gone down 5-0. Wanderers, they had their fate confirmed already. They will be playing the FQPL competition next season. As we have seen many a time, relegation is far from the fatal blow. Whipped ahead. And the last touch came off Brown as he gives his team a chance to reset. Back in their defensive shape. Smith lets that one go, perhaps not intentionally, but through it nonetheless. And East are now 2 goals up over Gold Coast United. More on that momentarily. Zach Morphy completed his hat-trick up the coast. McAnally, back for Ma. Williams just went close off a corner, a header wide from Emmett Shaw. So I'm sure there will be more than a few phones, other devices out on the sideline. Moreton City keep track of how that game is unfolding. Regan Hahn scores for East in their game. As we approach half-time, we've got Moreton City 2-0 up here in the feature match. 2-0 at Heath Park, 5-0 at Ballinger Park. And it still scores at Goodwin Park, AJ Kelly Park, and Nudgee Recreation Reserve. All the in the competitions. The final 2 rounds are played simultaneously. It'll be the same next weekend. And oh, that was a beautiful ball over the top, but I just couldn't bring it under control into the grateful hands of Saliadare. Koyo finding support out wide. Now, Inman, who's found space in behind the Moreton City defence, looks to clip it back post, and well, defended by Murphy is watched by Deus. Follow-ups between those two after they're coming together 20 minutes ago. Curling dealt with by Smith. Good play from Knight. Tees up the cross. Waiting, as always, is the ever-present Smith. No offside against Kaneko because it was City that headed the ball back to him. Kikuyo pushing forward in numbers, and the shot is blocked, and something's happening. Kikuyo. Back with Leighton. We're ticking over 45 minutes now. Looks like the top four race is going to go down to the final day. Easts are now 3 goals up. Their clash, and we're not even at half-time there. King out wide as Walters trying to make something happen, but Smith has him covered on that occasion, even if it is at the concession of the corner. Braden Dawn has been credited with the goal at Easts. And surprisingly, based on the first 46 minutes of this game, Kikuyo just making an use of himself around Foster as the corner is a poor one. It doesn't even reach the near post. Space for Kikuyo. He'll blaze that one over the bar. How desperately would they have loved to see that one blaze into the back of the net? Foster takes a goal kick. I can't remember him making a save in the first half, and it is a first half that has gone as well as it could have for Moreton City. 2-0 up over Gold Coast Knights and potentially 45 minutes away from the premiership. Declan Smith and Seda Murai, the goals 2 minutes apart in the 20th and 22nd. We're going to step away for the halftime break, then be back to take you around the grounds and bring you all the second half action from Brendale after these messages.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give. At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
How do I feel this time? What's straight off?
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters, all powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
No, you gotta give me 10 seconds. Nah. Yes.
Well, we are back here at South Pine Sporting Complex in Brendale. It is round 21 NPL Queensland clash between Moreton City and Gold Coast Knights. James Coughlin in the commentary booth bringing you all the action on this massive Friday night here on FQTV. We have 6 NPL men's matchups, all 6 kicking off pretty much at the same time. And the reason why we are focused on this clash, Moreton City, if they win and Lions drop points from in their clash with Olympic at Goodwin Park, they will be crowned Premiers of Queensland and take the state's spot in the Australian Championship kicking off in just a couple of months' time. And thanks to Declan Smith and Seda Murray, they are 2 goals to the good with 45 minutes to go. Possibly 45 minutes away from their first piece of silverware in almost a decade. I think it might be 1 month short of it being a decade. Quick score updates from around the grounds. Moreton City supporters here will probably have a second screen up and running, and they will know that it is scoreless at Goodwin Park so far. Just 1 total shot on target between Olympic and Lions. That match is still in the halftime break. We'll be bringing you goal updates from every NPL match as it happens, or near enough to anyway. Gold Coast Knights, they need a break or 2 to go their way tonight. But a loss is not the end of the world for them. They will finish the night no matter what in the top 4. However, they need a win and an East loss to lock up a finals position, and based on the score at Heath Park, which is 4-0 to the home side, that probably isn't happening tonight unless Gold Coast United feel like pulling off an all-time comeback. Penn Power also trying to secure a top 4 spot. They need an East's draw or loss, and they are scoreless with Brisbane City Pen Power. Brisbane City fielding a heavily rotated side following their Australia Cup exploits on Tuesday night. Their excellent penalty shootout win over a gallant Olympic Kingsway. Meanwhile, the relegation battle is also on the verge of being decided. The Wolves 5-0 up over the already relegated Sunshine Coast Wanderers. And Smith just clatters into Walters, out-muscling the striker, but Walters, the second effort to get up and try to play the cross in. The referee Mackenzie James says, just coming together between the two players. So Wolves all but secure, although Sunshine Coast Wanderers have just pulled one back. In the 53rd minute of that game. Brisbane City looking to add to their advantage. They're happy to play patiently. Leighton, excellent tackle on Takagishi. And the other part of the relegation battle, Brisbane Roar taking on St George Willawong. That is scoreless through 50 minutes. If that scoreline holds, the Roar will be safe, and St George will be the second relegated side. This match, though, far from over. It's with a couple of good chances in the first half. Max Brown hitting the post in seconds of kickoff in the first half, and another header that was just sent wide. The second half at Goodwin Park is underway. Oh, that was heavy coming together, but City not really claiming there was a clear infringement. McAnally, was it Anderson, just back up on his feet, getting back into the play. So the picture we have here in the commentary booth from Goodwin Park, 4 minutes, 15 seconds behind. Now, Lions, one goal would mean Moreton City have to wait to secure the premiership until next weekend. Clipped through, and Leighton just thumps it away with Kojima bearing down on him. Alright, trying to find a way through. Kaneko. And in our endeavour to bring you every goal from every game tonight, Sunshine Coast Wanderers have scored 2 in the space of 2 minutes. So the clock reading 55 minutes played. It is now 5 goals to 2 in favour of Wolves. Wanderers couldn't pull off the comeback, could they? Murphy and Deus reacquaint themselves after the halftime break. Those two had a coming together after Declan Smith's first goal. If you are just tuning in, pleased to have your company as Kojima goes down, grabbing his leg, and last thing Cameron Miller will want is another injury. It's already players lost for the season. Gearpal and Reece Gwynn Jones on the long-term injury list. As Vince a race to that ball with Murphy putting the pressure on. And Acton has just been called on to make a strong-handed save at Goodwin Park, denying Olympic the opening goal. And the dreams of the Sunshine Coast Wanderers comeback were short-lived. It is now 6-2. Rio Emoto getting his second of the night. Zach Maltby the first half hat-trick, and Jez Lofthouse getting in on the action as well. Miles DeLuca has been credited with one of the Sunshine Coast goals. Ball to the back post, trying to find Murai, and it's 3-0 Moreton City, all made by the assist from Kenshin Takagishi, and Murai with the blazing finish at the back post. Take a moment and appreciate that curling ball around the Knights' defence, and Murai was waiting at the back post. It's been a profitable run for Moreton City. And the ball's across the face of goal. And you can hear the crowd. They know they are so close now to the premiership. Here's Murai. Makes it 11 in the league, 15 in all competitions this season. And they are certainly making sure that they take care of business, leaving no doubt. With one eye on the score updates from Goodwin Park. And they'll wait with bated breath, see if Olympic can do them a favour and take something from Lions. Ma makes his run. Tries to centre it, no way through. There's Leighton. Sets a pass. Smith is fouled, but advantage played. Do Moreton City really want to send the crowd into a frenzy with a fourth goal? Ma is asking for Anderson to make the run. I'm not quite sure that was where he was hoping it would be. Just leaving it for Ma, with the veteran saying, all right, I'll take care of business then. McAnally winning it back. Here's Murai in space, looking to turn provider. Just picks up his own rebound off the pass. A curling effort. He's not going to trouble Soliadare too much. And Gold Coast United have pulled a goal back at Heath Park. It is now 4-1 in favour of Easts. So perhaps not quite over and done with there, but, well, probably is. Denton with a brace for Easts. And now here it goes. Brown trying to square it and deflected behind. I'm not sure who got the last touch, but Brown looking to tee up his teammate as he'd stolen a run. It was Kaneko, watched very closely by Smith. the back post, and Saba, I think, got the first header to it, directing it goalwards, but Smith cutting that one off, and that has been blazed over the bar. And the stoppage now as one of the Knights players has gone down injured. I think it might be Liam Saba, who could have had Foster land on him. He's a solid frame to land on the ankle. We do have the team honours being determined at this point of the season. There are also some individual battles going on, including the Golden Boot race. Andy Pengelly from Lions leading the way with 16 on the season. Joseph Penn Power on 13. Mirai is now up into outright third on 11, with Walters and Kierpal just behind, and a tie for fourth. And Chris Lucas with 9 across 2 teams. Again, Gold Coast United did just have a half chance for Chris Grossman's side. There's Fraser Hills scoring. For Gold Coast United in their game, and here go Moreton City. Arneson out for Murphy. City just happy to hold on to the ball. That's not all they can really want at the moment. An unfortunate sight for Lions as well, as it looks like Jack Skinner is being withdrawn with injury, as he walks off with the trainer at Goodwin Park. James Coughlin here in the commentary booth with an hour played at South Pine Sports Complex. We're doing sort of a Goal Rush light coverage this evening, with all 6 NPL men's matches having some meaning. Trying to keep it as simple for the viewers as possible. Anderson trying to cut it back onto his left foot. Kroll strong in his positioning. You have to get that one right. And Walters not having a whole lot of luck. Oh, and it is bad news for Moreton City from Goodwin Park. Jack Skinner back from injury. It looked like his night might have been over not that long ago. Has put Lions up 1-0 in the 56th minute. So that changes everything. It now means that Moreton City, through no control of their own, cannot win the premiership if the scores hold tonight. They now need Olympic to find a goal. From the sideline reporters at Brendale, someone's just popped the party balloons momentarily. Walters, he is surrounded by a whole lot of black jerseys wherever he goes, and Kojima has just picked up a yellow card for that challenge. It says it's McAnally, but either way, it's played on quickly, and Brown had a lot of power on that one. certain that was shown to Kojima, as he was the one who collided with Walters. Curling ball in. Murai is strayed offside. That was a roll the dice. Stayed onside, straight offside. And I'm going to guess that based on the junior sideline reporters next to our camera, Joe Scott is being prepared to come back. This is the last 2 games. And Kojima has been withdrawn. And Scott looks like he will be taking up a spot at the point of the attack. Murai will be dropping into that attacking trio. Scott's such a skilled player with that left foot, but had problems staying healthy. But when he's on the pitch, excellent watch. Kyle Borg is also on for Knights. Here's King. Confusion over who's taking that one for visitors. I'm going to guess that, in a semi-educated fashion anyway, that Liam Saba was the player withdrawn. Cutback looking for Inman, and Smith with what feels like his 4th or 5th block of the night. And Declan Smith has been immense at both ends of the park tonight. A goal, several key interventions. Brown to King. Continue to be happy to pass it around. A quick update on where things stand. It's a lot to track tonight, but we're doing our best. It is scoreless at Nudgee Recreation Reserve between the Raw and St George. If that result holds, St George will be relegated. And it is scoreless as well at AJ Kelly Park between Penn Power and Brisbane City. That result will... Excuse me, I beg your pardon. That'll be enough for Brisbane City to keep their mathematical finals hopes alive, although I kind of think that they may be prioritising their Australia Cup fortunes as it stands. Shall have pretty much all of Queensland behind them when they venture down to Victoria on Wednesday night. Moreton out for Deus. And back to the scores around the grounds. It is 6-2 in favour of Wolves up at Ballinger Park. That combined with the St George result, we'll have Wolves safe. 4-1 in favour of East over Gold Coast United. As East look to keep their top 4 hopes alive. And in the game that pretty much everyone here at South Pine Sports Complex will be keeping an eye on, it is quite the outcome that City would have been hoping for. If it lines up 1-0 as Kenshin Takagishi has come over to the bench, but I'm not sure if it's to be substituted. Lockie Sayers is just waiting there with the bib, and now Arneson has taken his boot off. He's got through a lot of running, Arneson. I don't know if he's necessarily run his way through a pair of shoes just yet, and Sean Carlos has just scored for Lions, 2-0 at Goodwin Park. And Lions doing enough to send the title race to the final day. And it's Damon Anderson limping off. So after all of that, Sayers comes on to play just over 20 minutes. For Lockie Sayers, he will enjoy the silverware should Moreton City lift it, whether it is tonight or next weekend. He was part of that Olympic side that went close so many times. And man, to pull one back for Knights, deflected. Hooked away by Murphy. And down goes Inman, was he? Fouled by Smith. And Smith is asking the question. Has a penalty been awarded? Just missed the visual on the replay. I didn't hear a whistle. And it looks like based on the way they are setting up, it is going to be a corner for Gold Coast Knights after all of that. Just about every outfield player is in the Moreton City 18-yard box. Thought he scuffed it for a second, but it's almost turned in from close range by Walters, and it wouldn't have counted because Walters had played the ball from an offside position, trying for the deflection. A clever set piece aimed up by the Knights coaching staff there. It was a scuff delivery initially. And now Scott driving into the box, watched by Kroll with that left foot, rolls it across the face of goal. And the score remains 3-0. 1-2, both sides with their chances. It has been a year of change for the Gold Coast Knights men's side as they go back the other way. Inman, as he is clattered into from behind. And Takagishi, there's no foul there, according to the referee. Hasn't been the easiest of evenings for the officiating crew. Kenzie Janes, assisted by Abdullah Al-Khamisi, Jackson Davis and the fourth official, Carwin Gregory. Borg back on that one quickly. And another change coming up for Knights with the free kick as Deus was fouled. And Max King coming off. He's greeted on the bench by Casey Went. So he's closing down Kikuyo. Introduction, Ty Cobb. It's to sharpen up the Knights' attack. Further updates around the grounds in the last 10 or so minutes. This was Reynaz as Walters. No way through Smith. Walters played on the wing quite a bit tonight as he winds up on the ground after going by Murphy. McAnally almost putting Foster under pressure with that header back to his keeper. Cobb lurking around the immediate vicinity. Beautiful ball from McAnally. Murai, has he stayed onside? He has. He's got his hat trick. Sata Murai, the de facto striker, makes it 4, and it might not be enough for the premiership, but they can still party in South Pine. His last 2 goals have come off absolutely spectacular assists. That one from McAnally, the prior one from Takagishi. And all they could do tonight was take care of business. And they have done just that. Murai with the hat-trick. Now 4 goals to the good. Moreton City Excelsior. It might be time for Cam Miller to empty his bench. We have just under 14 minutes of normal time remaining here at South Pine Sports Complex. They have 17 and a half minutes. Aaron Brown off the chest of McAnally. And Walters, he's been flagged for offside again. And Deus gets through for Walters, who measured that cut back perfectly, and McAnally with the block following the lead of his captain. That was the final action for Max Brown. He comes off. Replaced by Joel Anich, and Xander Guy replaces Marquez Walters. Quite the official raising of the white flag from Knights. And a guy back for his second stint with Gold Coast Knights, playing in his 6th game in all competitions for the club, having made 17 appearances and scoring 8 goals in 2024. Now we have just 12 minutes of normal time remaining, maybe 3 or so stoppages added on for the substitutions and whatnot at Goodwin Park. About a quarter of an hour to go in normal time, plus I would assume about 5 or 6 minutes of stoppages, and barring some sort of late miracle from Olympic, the title race will go down to the final day. There it goes, finding Cobb. There's the desperation block from a Moreton City defender. Murray is... Well, Smith has been the star of the show defensively. Murray has taken the crown in attack. 3 goals for his side. Taking on a lot of that responsibility with the injury to Zach Kierpal. So what is to come? We still have 8 games to be completed, the full round 22, plus 2 further catch-ups. So on Tuesday, this week coming, Sunshine Coast Wanderers East. It kicks off at 7:30 p.m. on QTV for Easts. Again, this is all if the current scores hold, or the current results hold, which, looking around, the results that are in place are looking pretty good. 4 of the 6 games multi-goal margins as Guy commits the foul on the edge of the Moreton City 18-yard box. Dylan Meineke. So that match will matter for the top 4 race with Easts as it stands. Trying to do the quick maths on the table. They are 2 points behind Gold Coast Knights now, with a catch-up game in hand against Wanderers. They're also 4 points behind Penn Power, who are drawing with Brisbane City at the moment. So East still alive in the finals race. And for tonight's 2 teams, round 22. Every game kicks off 6:15 p.m. Saturday. So Knights will host Sunshine Coast Wanderers, I beg your pardon. Result they would have to be feeling pretty good about, based on how Wanderers have gone tonight. Moreton City, they will be down at Copland Family Sports Park taking on Gold Coast United. And they hope that will be their premiership party. Many people came out tonight hoping this would be the party, but Lions haven't obliged. They won't be going quietly. And they will be hosting Easts next Saturday. And what is shaping up as a must-win contest for both. And the other games which will have bearing on the finals race will be St George hosting Penn Power, which St George are less than 10 minutes away from being relegated. City will be hosting Olympic, with those sides facing off for the 4th time in about 8 weeks. And in the other game that will only really matter for final finishing order, the Roar will be hosting Wolves. And then the regular season will wrap up the following Tuesday night, the 26th of August, 7:15 p.m, Brisbane City taking on the Roar. That game was supposed to be played midweek, coming in about 4 or 5 days from now. However, it's been postponed for a very good reason, with Brisbane City travelling for their Australia Cup clash with Avondale. There's still plenty of meaningful football coming your way in NPL Queensland. I'll also take a moment to mention the Gold Coast Knights NPL women's side and the work that Gary French and Amy Morland have been doing with that club, but go back to that in a second, as Sayers trying to work his way through 4 defenders in the box, as Sayers can't quite keep himself going goalwards. He's got the ball back now. And Leighton clips that one as far as Smith, and Moreton City just might feel like they want to add a 5th. Guy through for Arnich. And of course, Declan Smith there again for the crucial interception. Do you expect anything different at this point? And, oh, wouldn't you know it, we do have late drama in the top 4 race. Penn Power have just taken a lead minutes ago over Brisbane City, finally breaking down surely an exhausted City side. And back to the action here in Brendale. It's Borg. And the shot is saved by Foster. Going out wide. And the cross is controlled by Borg. Not the cleanest of touches, but it was effective. Yeah, Joseph scoring his 14th of the league season for Penn Power to take a 1-0 lead, an inch closer to locking up that final spot. Arnich with his back to goal. And that shot won't be troubling Foster too much. We have the first full-time result for the evening as Ballinger Park has come to a close. Final score there, 6-2 for Wynnum Wolves. Borg struggling with his footing. And Kikuyo with another foul, and after protesting, quickly goes and apologises to Takagishi, perhaps realising that protests weren't getting him anywhere. Here in the 89th minute at Nudgee Recreation Reserve, St George Willawong need to find a goal. Keep their season intact. Chris Marr flagged for offside here at Brendale. Good title races going on all around Queensland as the Knights 7 points clear in the title race. East's 8 points back with 2 games in hand, including what promises to be a massive head-to-head clash on August 29th. Gold Coast Knights women are in action at Souths on Sunday afternoon. That's another simultaneous round for the NPL women. Plenty of action coming up in the FQPL men's competition as well, with the top 4 separated by just 2 points at the moment. 3 ball for Cobb as he plays it to the back post, and that was close for Guy. He was waiting in the centre of the pitch. Centre of the goal box, I beg your pardon. No such. Not getting that cross to him. Broadbeach Strikers, Magic United and Rochdale all separated by 2 points. And the top 4 in that competition is all but locked away, but there is still the relegation battle between Southwest Queensland, Capalaba and Southside Eagles to be determined as well. Over in the NPL women's competition, Olympic, Capalaba and Caboolture in a 3-horse race for the premiership. So long story short, stick with us on FQTV over the next couple of weeks as the league action wraps up, and then we've got a couple of big grand final days coming up. We've got the men's Kappa Pro Series and the men's and women's Kappa Queensland Cup wrapping up. We have some late subs for it is the duo of Murai and Takagishi get a well-earned early mark. As Kent Vega comes on, as does Darcy Sathara-Singha. Now perhaps a chance for the subs to, and they're saying a cynical cutback by Kikuyo, and it is a penalty. With Kikuyo finally getting the yellow card after getting a warning very early on, and Kikuyo is adamant that the contact was outside the box, and while he might have a case for that, there is an argument that he's not cynical. He's fortunate to escape a red card. As Sathara-Singha will take on the responsibility of the penalty he won. Back to the action at hand. Sathira Singh is denied by Sally Adare. He's trying to pick out that bottom left corner. The veteran shot stopper read it well. And the score remains 4-0. Now Cobb with Borg in support. He's saved, and we have had 2 more goals pop up. We're having that action unfolding here, and Lions have made it 3-0 in their clash. Easts have scored a 5th in second half stoppage time. Well, the premiership will go down to the final day. Sada Murray hat-trick and the opening goal from Declan Smith. Not enough for Moreton City as Lions comfortably in the lead in their game. So we are going to wrap it up from South Pine Sports Complex in Brendale. Thank you very much for your company tonight. I'm James Coughlin. Stay tuned on FQTV all weekend and next as the league season's wrap-up. St George Willawong have just been relegated as well. That is our final action for tonight. Thank you for your company. Have a good weekend.